Dear all, I welcome you for the lecture session Airport Lighting. Myself, Dr. N. Ramesh, Department of Civil Engineering, K.S.Rangasamy College of Technology. Factors affecting airport lighting. Airport classification, amount of traffic, availability of power, nature of aircraft using the airport, type of night operation plans, type of landing surfaces provided, finally, weather condition, etc., which are the main components should be followed for the airport lighting. The elements of airport lighting are airport beacon, airport approach lighting, apron and hanger lighting, boundary lighting, lighting of landing direction indicator, lighting of wind direction indicator, runway lighting, taxiway lighting, threshold lighting. Airport beacon. Beacon is nothing but the strong beam of light used to indicate any geographical location situated slightly above the horizontal, rotated to produce flashing light to an observer. It gives out white and green flashes in the horizontal directions 180-degree apart. Flashes are visible for the pilot from any direction of approach and it indicates the approximate situation of an airport equipped for the night operations. It rotates at 6 revolutions per minute mounted at the top of the terminal building or hangar. Next one, here the diagram represents the airport beacon lighting. Here you see the white lighting and green lighting. White lighting as well as yellow lighting. It is like a beam. So it's going to be clearly indicates the pathway and surrounding. If any obstructions are there, everything in the beam of light it indicates properly to the airport users and for the pilots and everyone. Approach lighting. Before runway begins, sequence of high intensity lighting arrangement for a length of 900 meter helps pilots to check if the aircraft is centered correctly off or not. Gives way to touchdown zone lights from threshold of the runway, normally mounted on a pedestals varying heights to accommodate any irregularities in ground, ensuring the lights themselves are in level. Arrangements adopted for approach lightings are Calvert system and ICAO system. Next one, here that Calvert system is going to be explained. Widely used in Europe and other parts of the world, developed by E.S. Calvert in Great Britain. In this, there are 6 transverse rows of lights of variable length placed at center to center distance of 150 meter. So, in this, the roll guidance is principally provided by the transverse rows of the lights. So, it is the important point which are following in the Calvert system. The next one is ICAO system. It is known as centerline configuration. In this, there is only one crossbar 300 meter from the threshold. In this, the roll guidance is provided by bars 4.2 meter in length, placed at 30 meter center to center on the extended center line of the runway and a single crossbar 300 meter from the threshold. The 4.2 meter long bars consist of 5 closely spaced lights to give the effect of continuous bar of light. Here, the ICAO system of approach lights is given in the diagram. So here the important components are shown in the diagram. It is the runway and the runway edges lights as well as threshold lights, terminating bar and pre-threshold wing bar, red color and 4.2-meter long, and then 21 sequenced flashing lights. It's a bluish white at 30 meter center to center, and 28 center line bars white at 30 meter center to center, which are the main components are shown in the ICAO system of approach lights. Total length is the 900 meters is the maximum distance which are covered, and the every 30 meter it is sequenced, and the 300 meters are given as the part by part, which are normally divided for the lighting. So lighting of landing direction indicator. The wind direction indicator is illuminated by four 200 watts angle reflectors placed 1.8 meter above the top of the cone for providing a continuous lighting at any position of the cone. This arrangement grants the use of the wind direction indicator at night and during the bad weathers. So its function is a very crucial functions during the disaster time or any other heavy rainfall or snow or everything is occurring. So the landing direction indicator, its role is very much important, which is shown in the photograph. So runway lighting. After crossing the threshold, the pilot must complete a touchdown and roll out on the runway. The planning of runway lighting is carried out in such a way that the pilot gets enough information on alignment, lateral displacement, roll and distance. The lights are so arranged so that they form a visual pattern which the pilot can interpret easily. During night landings, floodlights were used in olden days, but now runway edge lights are adapted. Design considerations to be applied to the visual aids for the taxiways. For normal exit, center line terminated at the edge of the runway. At taxiway intersections, the light continues across the intersection. They are placed at a distance of 6 meter to 7.5 meter along the straight length and 3 meter to 3.6 meter along the curves. The complete route from the runway to the apron should be easily identified. The edge lights should not extend more than 75 centimeter above the pavement surface. Here the photographs are given for the lighting. It is 3000 feet taxiways, 1000 feet remaining. Here one of the diagram which are shown in the right side, which are properly showing the different components are used in the lighting system. Threshold lighting. Identification of threshold a major factor for the decision of the pilot to land or not to land. For this reason, the region near the threshold is given with special lighting treatment. At large airports, threshold is identified by a complete line of green lights extending across the entire width of the runway. They must be semi-flash type, protruding not more than 12 centimeter above the surface. Airport lighting. So you see the ramp, airport beacon, and the taxiway, blue taxiway light, and VASI. So visual approach slope indicator lights are red or white, and then runway numbers, green threshold lights. So and various components of air direction and anemometer and winds rock and segmented circle traffic pattern indicator, everything is properly shown in the diagram. In the right side also, it's the runway is clearly indicating in for the various lighting, green light and the red light. Here also the line diagram is given for the layout for the typical airfield lighting and simplified circuit for airfield lighting, as well as the lamp arrangements are given in the diagram. So thank you for watching.